Russell here from CrossFit Cleveland in Rocky River, here with your workout details for Tuesday, April 7th. Your warm-up is going to be 12 minutes of Samson stretches, good mornings, butt kickers, holding at the bottom of a squat, holding at the bottom of a push-up, and then your choice of sit-ups, bicycle crunches, or jackknife sit-ups. Your Samson stretches, you're going to do 12 seconds per side, right and left. You'll do 12 good mornings, 12 butt kickers. I want you to hold a 12-second hold at the bottom of a squat. And if you need to hold on to something, a doorway or a chair, until you get loosened up, that's okay. Just all the way at the bottom of the squat. Then 12 seconds at the bottom of a push-up. Start at the top of a plank, lower yourself down and hold yourself just an inch off the floor. And then those 24 sit-ups. Your workout is a fast and furious AMRAP in 9 minutes. That's as many rounds and extra reps as possible in 9 minutes of 14 power snatches and 7 bodybuilders. A bodybuilder is an 8-count burpee, or a burpee with a plank jack at the top of the push-up. If you're going to use dumbbells for your power snatches, I want you to do 7 right and 7 left for a total of 14, alternating each rep, setting the dumbbell on the floor. If you're going to use a bar, a sandbag, a slam ball, or any other odd object, you're going to do 14 reps with both hands on that weight and back to the floor each rep. For an AfterWOD, we're going to have a little isometric work. I want you to do hollow rocks and rolls, strict and tight, for 5 minutes. And every minute, roll over and do 5 Supermans. We're not counting these reps. I want you to do them strict for as solid and tight of a hold as you can maintain, mixing between hollow rocks and hollow rolls. And then finally, your cool down, 10 walkouts to Supermans. As always, we've got video demonstrations of these movements. You can stay tuned if you need them. If not, set yourself a clock, 9 minutes, and 3, 2, 1, go.
Samson stretch. So, Samson stretch, you want to put both your feet facing forward, and you want to square your hips off so that they're facing whichever way you're facing. We're going to take our hands, clasp your hands, bring them up and over your head. This is just a light stretch to start the blood flowing. Some people you'll see will do this with a deep lunge. We're not doing that here today. We're just getting that nice stretch through your hip flexors, into your shoulders, and just hold it for about 10 seconds on each side. I wasn't counting, but I'm going to switch sides. Again, remember, both feet facing forward. You can go as wide as you need or as narrow, and making sure that you're getting that hip flexor opened up in this stretch. Body weight good mornings. You're going to take these, your feet are just hip distance apart, and you're going to take your hips and you're going to move them back, keeping your head neutral and just slowly feeling that through your hamstrings. If you have at home a broomstick, or you want, I hope you have a broomstick. If you want a broomstick, you can put the broom on the back of and just do it that way. But it's not really necessary. Butt kickers, just get your legs up and down, right, left is one. If that's too much for you, step it back, just get moving, right? Get the blood flowing. A bodybuilder's an 8-count burpee. All right, so we're gonna just start. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got that? But it's an 8-count burpee, or a bodybuilder. And all that really means is it's a burpee with a plank jack at the top of the push-up. One arm dumbbell snatch. I'm using a 15-pound. You could use whatever you have. You're just going to you're going to bring your weight right below your knees. Your chest is up. Your back is tight. And I'm just going to think about if you're starting a lawnmower, you're going to pop it all the way up and down. You notice I got my hips all the way open on that. And when you bring it back down, just be careful keeping it nice and close to your body. All the way up and back down. So you can see it from this angle. I'm going to start, everything else is the same, it's just a different angle. Up and down. Up and down. Sometimes there's a requirement to switch hands, going every other hand, or even a requirement to go to the ground. These are my examples. So if I'm switching out my snatch each hand and I'm not going all the way to the ground, it's going to look like this. Up and then back down. Okay, switching your hands. If there's a requirement to hit the ground each time, you're going to bring it all the way back down to the ground right here and up and switching it out. Always remember to keep your chest up, you're opening your hips all the way, and thinking about pushing through the ground as you're shrugging up and pulling yourself under that weight. Our standards at CrossFit Cleveland are that when you're switching, you're not switching mid-air, when it's on the ground, you're gonna switch on the ground. So not as you're coming down, all right? So here's my up, release, and up. The reason we do that at CrossFit Cleveland is that we are separating the eccentric from the concentric movement. If you are using a bumper plate for your snatches, again, I would hold it right here at the 10 and the 2. You're going to come all the way to the ground and you're going to straight up. Make sure you're keeping that weight nice and close to you. No matter what it is that you're using, you're going to keep it nice and close. So from the side, you can see I'm pulling it up and then I'm bringing it right back down. I'm not letting it come away from me at all. If your weight's a little bit heavier, you might do what we would call a power snatch. So everything's the same, except you're going to pull yourself underneath it and stand. Then bring it back all the way down. Just like if you had a barbell, you're going to reset yourself. Remember, back is tight, chest is up, head is neutral, right here, and up, and you're opening your hips all the way up at the top of that movement. If you're using a detergent or something else, the movement doesn't change. It's a little bit different, maybe a little bit awkward. Right here and up. There you go, back down. So the detergent is moving, so that's probably not your best option, but if it's your only option, then have at it. If you're doing snatches with your gym bag, you can load it with some books. I would also pad it with some pillows or, anything soft so that the books aren't moving around. You can see my bag is pretty packed. So what I'm going to do with these, the movement is the exact same. I'm just going to think about if you had a sandbag, it would be the same exact thing. I'm going to open up all the way and bring it back down. Heavier weights. Okay, just so you can see it on the side here and down. If you have a ball or you borrowed a slam ball from us, again, the same movement applies. Starting right down here or if right here, either way, you're going to come up and under. Reset, bring it back down. Again, I'm not letting, even though it's light, I'm not letting it come away from me. I'm practicing keeping that weight close to me. Concentrating on pushing through your heels, opening your hips, getting your elbows high and wide before you pull yourself under.
So a hollow rock starts out, I like to hold my legs up, get my lower back flat on the ground. I'll move a little bit. Lower down, keep my lower back on the ground here, and I'll just rock. 1, 2, 3. The range that you move through the rock is not as important as how much tension you keep through your core. I don't move a lot. I've got some people in the gym that have a big rocking chair. I like to, as long as you stay tight. I'm going to demonstrate a walkout to a Superman. So reach down, keeping my legs straight. I'm going to touch my ankles or my toes. I'm going to walk myself out, flat onto the ground, come up and do one Superman, or if there are more required in the workout, do as many as programmed, and you're back up. Walk back, keeping your legs straight, all the way back, touch your ankles, and stand. That's one rep.